Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers both carry the legacy of Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and between them, the Star-Spangled Avenger has been at the center of some of the franchise's most iconic fight scenes. Chris Evans defined the role of Steve Rogers across 3 Captain America films before passing the shield in Avengers Endgame, 2019. With Steve stepping away, Sam Wilson took up the mantle, proving in Captain America: Brave New World that he has what it takes to carry on the legacy. The latest Captain America installment has added even more thrilling action sequences to the character's history. While both Steve and Sam have military backgrounds, their fighting styles are vastly different. Steve, as a super soldier, relies on raw strength, agility, and expert combat skills. Sam, on the other hand, isn't enhanced, but he makes up for it with his strategic mind, aerial combat expertise, and vibranium wings, bringing a fresh and dynamic approach to Captain America's battles. From pulse-pounding hand-to-hand combat to high-flying aerial showdowns, here are some of the most unforgettable Captain America fight scenes featuring both Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson. 10. Captain America takes down the Serpent Society in epic fashion. One of the most exciting moments in Captain America: Brave New World is the high-energy fight sequence that officially introduces Sam Wilson's Captain America to movie audiences. While Disney Plus' The Falcon and the Winter Soldier followed Sam's journey to taking up the mantle, this marks his first time donning the stars and stripes on the big screen, and Marvel Studios made sure it was unforgettable. Sam bursts onto the scene in a thrilling battle against the Serpent Society, a new villainous organization led by Giancarlo Esposito's cunning Sidewinder. The confrontation revolves around a high-stakes mission involving Japan's adamantium, giving Sam the perfect opportunity to showcase his combat prowess. Dressed in his sleek white Captain America suit, Sam wields his vibranium wings and Redwing drone to take down multiple enemies with precision and style. Unlike his predecessor, Sam isn't a super soldier, which makes his resourcefulness stand out, using his surroundings, throwing bricks, and adapting his tactics to outmaneuver his foes. This sequence not only solidifies him as a formidable hero but also highlights the very humanity that makes him unique as Captain America. With stunning choreography and fast-paced action, this fight is the perfect way to introduce Sam Wilson's Captain America to the big screen, setting the tone for what's to come in the Brave New World. 9. Captain America takes to the skies in a high-speed aerial chase. One of the most electrifying moments in Captain America, Brave New World delivers a high-octane aerial chase that sets Sam Wilson apart from his predecessor, Steve Rogers. While Steve was a grounded powerhouse, Sam's combat style soars, literally, thanks to his vibranium wings, which not only grant him flight but also absorb and unleash kinetic energy. In this heart-pounding sequence, Sam teams up with Joaquin Torres, the new Falcon, for a high-stakes dogfight that feels ripped straight out of Top Gun: Maverick. Dodging and weaving through the skies, the duo faces off against military jets and mind-controlled American soldiers under the influence of the leader. With Japanese fighter planes in pursuit, the intensity skyrockets as Sam and Joaquin use every ounce of skill and strategy to outmaneuver their enemies. Fast-paced, visually breathtaking, and packed with edge-of-your-seat action, this aerial battle cements Sam Wilson's Captain America as a force to be reckoned with, proving that sometimes the best way to fight for freedom is from above. 8. Captain America and Bucky reclaim the shield from John Walker. This is the only entry on the list that isn't technically a Captain America fight scene. It's a defining moment for Sam Wilson. In many ways, this fight marks the true passing of the mantle, shifting the title from John Walker to Sam. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier began with the government handpicking John Walker as Steve Rogers' successor. However, after Walker publicly executed a man with the iconic shield, it was clear his time as Captain America had to end. Determined to take back what truly belonged to Steve's legacy, Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes confronted Walker in a brutal showdown. With the super soldier serum coursing through his veins, Walker was an absolute powerhouse, making the fight anything but easy. He unleashed his fury on both Sam and Bucky, forcing them to rely on teamwork. In the end, Sam used his jetpack to help break Walker's arm, finally prying the shield away from him. The fight was raw, intense, and emotionally charged. One of the darkest battles in the MCU's Captain America legacy. 7. Captain America's high-stakes infiltration of a mercenary ship. Chris Evans' portrayal of Steve Rogers in the MCU is packed with unforgettable fight sequences. And his first real showcase of action sets the tone for what's to come. One of his most intense moments unfolds during a covert mission alongside Black Widow, where Captain America infiltrates a mercenary-controlled ship to rescue hostages, unaware that Natasha Romanoff has a secret mission of her own, retrieving classified SHIELD intel. The scene immediately establishes Steve's unmatched combat skills and strategic brilliance. He makes his entrance in the most Captain America way possible, leaping from a Quinjet straight into the ocean. No parachute needed. Moving with silent precision, he dismantles enemies with brutal efficiency, blending raw power with tactical finesse. His fighting style is a seamless mix of calculated chokeholds, perfectly timed shield throws, and devastating punches and kicks, proving why he's the ultimate super soldier. The sequence builds to a thrilling showdown against Batroc, a formidable opponent pulled straight from the comics and played by former UFC champion Georges St. Pierre. In a bold, almost chilling move, Steve tosses his shield aside after being challenged, choosing to take Batroc down with nothing but his bare hands. The fight is fast, brutal, and relentless, cementing Captain America as a force to be reckoned with. 6. Captain America vs. Captain America, a battle for the ages. Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson have always fought on the same side in the MCU. Because of this, the two never clashed while Chris Evans was still active in the franchise. However, Avengers Endgame delivered an unexpected Captain America showdown, but not in the way fans might have expected. During their time travel mission to retrieve the Infinity Stones and undo Thanos' snap, Captain America found himself face to face with himself. The battle took place in 2012, during the events of the Avengers, when the younger Steve Rogers mistook his future self for a disguised Loki trying to escape. What followed was one of the film's most thrilling moments. While the younger Cap had the advantage of raw power and energy, the older, more experienced Steve proved to be the better strategist. The clash of vibranium shields, the intensity of the fight, and, of course, the now iconic joke about America's ass, made this sequence both epic and unforgettable. 5. Captain America faces off against the Winter Soldier in an intense street battle. Captain America Brave New World openly draws inspiration from Captain America, The Winter Soldier, 2014, a film that set the gold standard for grounded, high-stakes MCU thrillers. Chris Evans' second outing as Steve Rogers delivered some of the franchise's most intense action sequences. And at the heart of it was Bucky Barnes' return, not as a friend, but as a formidable adversary. As the brainwashed assassin, Bucky Barnes unleashed his full arsenal, superhuman strength, a lethal bionic arm, and years of Hydra conditioning, against Captain America. Their most unforgettable showdown? The brutal street fight. This clash was packed with unforgettable moments. Bucky's metal arm smashing into Steve's vibranium shield, the Winter Soldier's slick knife flip, and the relentless pace of their battle. With no memory of his former best friend, Bucky fought to kill, adding a chilling intensity to every move. Meanwhile, Steve's exceptional hand-to-hand combat skills were on full display as he fought not just to survive, but to break through to the man he once knew. The fight remains one of the MCU's most thrilling and emotionally charged duels, blending raw power, expert choreography, and a personal stake that made every punch matter. 4. Captain America vs. Red Hulk, a battle for the ages. Sam Wilson's most intense showdown in Captain America, Brave New World comes in the film's explosive final battle. While Tim Blake Nelson's leader serves as the mastermind behind the chaos, he is no physical match for Sam. Instead, his sinister manipulation of Thaddeus Ross sets the stage for a climactic confrontation, one that transforms the President of the United States into the unstoppable Red Hulk. The extended fight sequence delivers pulse-pounding action and showcases Sam's resilience. Knowing he lacks the super soldier serum, Captain America pushes himself to the limit, using every tool at his disposal. At one point, he even unleashes a devastating energy blast from his wings, putting his own safety on the line in a desperate attempt to bring Red Hulk down. Despite his best efforts, Sam soon realizes that brute force alone won't win this fight. In a powerful display of leadership and strategy, he shifts tactics, choosing reason over raw power. Instead of escalating the battle, he reaches out to Ross, breaking through the monster's rage and de-escalating the situation before more blood is shed. This moment cements Sam Wilson's identity as Captain America, not just a warrior, but a hero who leads with heart and intellect. 3. Captain America vs. Thanos, a battle for the ages. Steve Rogers' super soldier serum makes him stronger than most. But what truly defines him is his unwavering determination. He never hesitates to take on enemies far more powerful than himself. And nowhere is that clearer than in his confrontations with Thanos. In Avengers: Infinity War, Captain America stunned audiences, and even Thanos himself, when he managed to momentarily hold back the Mad Titan's gauntlet with sheer grit. The shock in Thanos' eyes said it all. Steve Rogers was no ordinary man. Then came Avengers: Endgame, delivering one of the most electrifying moments in MCU history. When Captain America lifted Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, he wasn't just wielding a weapon, he was embracing a new level of power. Infused with the power of lightning, he unleashed an epic assault on Thanos. Seamlessly switching between his iconic shield and Mjolnir, he summoned lightning, hurled the hammer with precision, and fought with the strength of a warrior destined for greatness. Though Thanos ultimately regained the upper hand, this battle solidified Captain America as one of the MCU's greatest heroes. His courage, skill, and sheer determination made this fight unforgettable, one that still gives fans chills to this day. 2. Captain America and the Winter Soldier vs. Iron Man, the ultimate showdown. While Captain America's battle against the Winter Soldier is already an iconic moment, the two fighting together in one of Steve Rogers' best MCU fight scenes is just as unforgettable. Captain America: Civil War delivers some of the franchise's most intense action sequences, essentially feeling like an Avengers movie that splits Earth's mightiest heroes into opposing sides. The showdown between Captain America, Bucky, and Iron Man was the perfect way to cap off the film. It had everything: high stakes, deep emotional ties, lingering resentment, and adrenaline-pumping action. The way Steve and Bucky seamlessly pass the Captain America shield between them while relentlessly attacking Tony is mesmerizing. But Iron Man isn't holding back either, obliterating Bucky's metal arm with his devastating unibeam. When the fight narrows down to a one-on-one duel between Captain America and Iron Man, it becomes a raw and emotional moment. Steve proves that, in pure hand-to-hand combat, Tony just can't match him. With one final, powerful strike, Cap emerges victorious, ending one of the most gripping and heartbreaking battles in MCU history. 1. Captain America's legendary elevator fight scene. When it comes to the best Captain America fight scene in the MCU, whether featuring Sam Wilson or Steve Rogers, nothing tops the iconic elevator showdown from Captain America: The Winter Soldier, 2014. This scene cemented Steve Rogers as one of the most beloved heroes in the franchise, showcasing his raw strength, tactical brilliance, and unwavering resolve. Trapped inside an elevator packed with undercover Hydra agents posing as SHIELD operatives, Steve quickly senses the tension in the air. What follows is an electrifying display of close-quarters combat. With barely any room to move, Rogers takes on a dozen armed men wielding electric batons and brute force. The odds are stacked against him, but that only makes the fight more exhilarating. Every punch, every counter, and every strategic move highlights why Captain America is one of the MCU's greatest hand-to-hand fighters. Despite the relentless attacks and confined space, Steve overcomes them all, pushing through pain and exhaustion with sheer determination. The scene is not just about combat, it's about resilience, intelligence, and the unbreakable spirit that defines Captain America. Even years later, this fight remains one of the most thrilling and unforgettable moments in the MCU. It's a masterclass in action filmmaking and a perfect representation of why Steve Rogers will always be a legend.